We've got a big day today. We've got some economic news that was kind of important. We've got Bitcoin doing something a little suspicious here. Ethereum down, the miners doing kind of their own thing right now. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. First, we're going to start with Bitcoin. We're also going to talk about Solana. Don't forget about that. Solana is coming up. So Bitcoin, you can see this huge wick on top on the daily candle here. This actually came in very recently. Pre-market, this thing was actually up a couple of percentage points. Let's see, pre-market it was up here, what, 66.5, and it has been just selling off in a very controlled way since about 4:30 in the morning here. So that is not ideal. If this actually holds down here for the day, I'm not too concerned about that. And the reason I'm not too concerned about that is that it would be printing an inverted hammer at the bottom of a move. And when we get an inverted hammer at the bottom of a move, that's actually a bullish candle. And in that situation, I'd be looking for price to come back up above this line here, this dotted yellow, and then from there launch upward. That's what I'd be looking for. We can see now I am going to go ahead and call this here a double top right here. Whoop, right here. I'm going to call this a double top. Let me turn off this. Let's just get pure price action for the moment. Yeah, I'm going to call that a double top. We closed, we came beneath this, we even back tested it and came down further. Now, the bottom of this double top is down here at 63,000. So 63,000 is where we're looking for this thing to come to now. It's pretty much 63,000 on the dot. Basically what we're looking for. Let me go ahead and just 63. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Let me lock that down. I'd be looking for this to be, let's make it yellow. All right, that's where the bottom of this could be. Now, if we get the inversion of this inverted hammer prints and we get above this yellow dotted line, then I don't think we're going to 63. But right now, it looks like we are on a collision course with 63 based on this double top move that we are currently doing, which I remind you is just holding us in this pattern that we've been in since February, where we go up just over 70, come back down to 60, up just over 70, up just over 70, and then come back down to the low 60s and then go back up to just over 70. We've been doing this since February, and it's going to probably continue for maybe another couple of weeks. We'll see. That's basically what's going on with Bitcoin there right now. It's on this downward trend. It is looking like it could go to 63 before turning around, but it is getting trapped in something of a falling wedge style thing here. Now, it probably looks more like a channel if I were to draw the bottoms. Yeah, the bottoms like this. Yeah, that is more moving in a channel than a wedge. Yeah, it really is. But if you on the larger time frames, if you like went out to a week, it might look more wedgy. That's too much. Oh, let's try 2 days. Yeah, 2 days looks more like a wedge, like come here, and we're getting to the bottom of that thing. But that's getting to be more and more speculative. The the more I kind of fandangle my drawings here. I'm gonna say it's currently in a downtrend. If it prints an inverted hammer and gets above this yellow dotted line, I'm going to be pretty bullish on that. Otherwise, I'm looking for it to come down to at least 63, potentially even tapping 60 again. If we lose 60, we're going to have a really bad time. And if we take this line here, this downtrend here, this dotted yellow line, I'm looking for a return to $70,000. Let's see if like in the hourly or something, we got some RSI divergence. We really don't. No, not yet. Not at this time. Hmm, maybe. No. Yeah, higher. Yeah, I guess. But it's not oversold. So we've got some higher R or lower RSI, higher price right here. So the price is moving, like if I draw a trend line from here to here, it's going up. And if I draw a trend line on the RSI from back here where it was down there to where it is now, it's pointing down. That's a bit of RSI divergence. It's nothing like glaring or crazy, but it does indicate that if we were to turn around, it would be a little more dramatic than you would be expecting. So that's interesting to see right there. That's nice. That's a little light there, but otherwise this chart's not looking fantastic. Oh, something important. Economic news today. We got initial jobless claims came out today. That's the important one I want to look at right now. In fact, they came out. So the expectation was 235,000 and we got 238,000, which is higher than expectations, which means that unemployment is increasing at a rate faster than the Fed expects, which is actually good for rate cuts, which plays interestingly into TMF today because that should have been good news for TMF. We should have gone up instead of down 3% because that news indicates that the economy is weaker than the Fed is saying that it is and that they have room to cut rates. But for some reason, off of that news, TMF actually is down 3%. So that's a bit of divergence from reality right there on the bonds. I am still watching these very closely. I see that we are currently still hanging out around the 200-day moving average. I haven't made any moves on this thing yet because I'm looking, it's probably going to look like September for a cut. The fact that it is acting so weakly here, even though it seems as though a cut is imminent, it is showing weakness to a certain extent. I don't like this conglomeration here, like this congregation of price right here between 54 and 52. That makes me nervous. It makes me feel like it could come down to like 47 again. So I am still waiting on that. Anyways, moving back on. Moving on. Ethereum. Ethereum. So I talked about yesterday how the case was dropped. Today we're actually getting a negative move on Ethereum. I do want to see this, what's in here now, turn into a double bottom. I really want to see this be a double bottom on Ethereum. That'd be so good, especially if we take out this line here, this trend line, and then we come right back up to like 3,700 to like 4,000. That would be just an epic move on Ethereum. That is what I'm looking for here. We could potentially come to the 50 again, bounce off of that, and I think this time, this would be the third touch of the 20. I think that that would be the time that we break it and go right back up to 4,000, and that's what I'm looking for on that. Let's look at Solana really quickly. I haven't looked at Solana in a little while. I've been watching it come down. Now, remember what I said, we lose 60, we're coming down into the low hundreds. We are officially in the low hundreds, so I am looking for a bottom area here. Now, price loves to do similar things that it's done in the past. And in the past, we got all the way down to, what was it, about 122-ish? I mean, we got as low as 118. So I am looking for this thing to come back and touch like that 120 area. And then from there, take a big old jump up from that spot there. Now, of course, this would be the third tap of this area. We had a tap back here on April 13th, another one on May 1st. This would be the third tap and it could break. And if it breaks it there, then we would be coming down lower into like the high 90s, maybe even 80s, if we break that 120 area there on Solana. So be aware that we could go further. But this is also the 200-day moving average. I don't think we're going to go, if we lose the 200-day moving average, we're going to have a bad time. Right now, I'm not really seeing that happening because we are looking at some Fed liquidity coming through, like some in the next like 10 or 15 days or so. We are going to see tax revenues from, corporate tax revenues coming through soon by the end of this month, and then into the first 2 weeks of July, which is usually the best 2 weeks of the entire year, is going to be coming through here very soon. So I'm looking for that. I'm holding tight, seeing where this lands in the next like week or so, and I might be picking up some more Solana around that time period. And of course, this is not financial advice, not a suggestion advice that I'll hold any asset whatsoever, just what I'm thinking about when I look at this chart. Okay, let's move on. CleanSpark actually was doing, it was up 3% today. Now it's down 0.36% today. Can these things sustain a move? Please. We opened up above 20. We're coming down below 20. If this candle can hold where it currently is, not go any lower than where it currently is and hold, I'm going to be feeling very good about this move, but this does look like a toppy candle. If it does close like this, I would like to see it come back and become a doji. That would be ideal. If it closes the way it is right now, I would be looking for a week or two of downward movements on CleanSpark because that is an ugly candle to have at the top of the move. And it looks very, very similar to like back here in May where we came down, as well as in April where we came down. This is very likely dilution coming through today, especially after all that good news and those big up moves that we had over the last 2 trading days. Yeah, this is dilution coming through. Hopefully this ends soon and we can carry on our merry way. All right, take a look at Bit Digital, down 2.51%. That sucks a little bit. We did get a little bit stuck right here in this price between 264 and 294 here since June, since the beginning of June. So this whole month we've been stuck right here. We are above all moving averages, which is good. We might come back to test the 200-day moving average at 255 again, and then potentially launch off of that. That would also coincide with the bottom of this ascending channel here. And I would like us to see that come back. I would like to see this monthly action for June to be like a flag that takes us flying above $3 here. We do need to build a bit of liquidity here, so we might want to come back to the bottom of the range here and then from there launch upward. We are hanging out at 50 on the RSI. The volume indicator is pointing in the wrong direction. Currently, you can see it's starting to curl over. I don't like that, but we could come back to the 200 and do like what we did here, where we came into the 200 and then launched up again. I would like to see that, but this time I would like to see it go way higher. I'd like to see price get above 292, and then I would know that 3 and above is coming in very, very soon on Bit Digital. Let's take a look at Mara. Mara started the day off good, came on down just like all the others. It has been just hugging this 50 RSI since, I don't know, mid-May, over a month now. Mara's not looking great. We were outside of this channel for a brief period this morning, and I was very happy about that. Now we are not, and that sucks. I'm not having a good time there. But we are looking forward to get out of this descending channel, get back up to 22, conquer that 22, and then we are open for the higher 20s again to test way up here once more on Mara. All right, let's take a look at Bitfarms. Bitfarms was up as well. It is at 0. It has not moved whatsoever today since yesterday. It's opened up here at 324, came down 320. Whew, $1 more than what Riot wanted to pay for it. That's interesting and great. I think Riot. We'll see if Riot is still buying this. I'm not sure, because once they get to that 15, then the poison pill kicks in, and I don't know if they want to do that or not. So we're watching that news closely, seeing if that's going to come through or not. I do want to see the 5-day catch up here and tap it. I want to see it stay above 310. I want to see it hit the 5-day at 310 and then continue on upward on Bitfarms. Let's take a look at the fib cloud. How close are we to the top of this thing? Oh yeah, we got plenty of room up here. We can go up to 447. We're doing great there. So let's take a look at a couple of other cipher warrants. Let's take a look at cipher warrants. How are those doing today? I think those were good. Oh wait, it was just taking a moment. Yeah, okay, so they're up to 155. Didn't get really into areas where I wanted to buy, so that's fine. It's just hanging out there. Not really doing a whole too much. It's up 14% today, which is great, but considering this candle back here on June 17th, like it looks like a baby move. Let's take a look at IRN. IRN is coming down. It touched the 5-day. I like that. I like that. I really want to see it come down to the 20-day at 1160 right now. I would love to see IRN do that. That would make me feel like this is a healthy move, and this is an area where I would feel decently good about picking up some shares potentially on IRN. I'd like to see it come in between these two white lines, but as this 20-day moving average gets up and higher, that becomes less and less a reality, and that is where price will have to be picked up higher. All right, let's see. Core Z, how's Core Z doing today? Core Z also down a little bit, not too bad. It is coming towards that 20-day moving average, which is down at 836 here right now. Again, that's an area I would like to look at and watch and see how price interacts. If price plummets beneath it, I'd be looking for it to come back down to about the $7 range. Yeah, about the $7 range. Um, if it bounces there, I'd be looking for it to test the highs again. Let's take a look at Wolf real quick. Wolf it's at 0 right now. It is, whoa, way above the cloud. I really want to see Wolf, yeah, come back down, just like Iron and Core Z. I want to see it come down to the 20-day moving average, which is currently at 348. Before I'd be interested in this right now. It's on a heater. It's way overbought at the moment. I'd want to see it do that before I'd be interested. Anyways, that is all I've got for you today. Please like, comment, and subscribe, share this video, and have a profitable day.